But which player has taken the biggest step forward so far? That's easy. It's Jameson Williams. After some early career struggles both on and off the field, Williams seems to have put all that behind him and has begun to allow his play on the field to do the talking for him. Might this be a breakout season for the 23-year-old? Just listen to his teammates.
Jamo, y'all see Jamo. In my perspective, y'all see Jamo. Y'all see what he working. He's been working all offseason. I'm so proud of him. I'm just excited to see what he could do.
You see 1-6 airing the ball out, and 9's got like 3 yards of separation on the defender. It's just tremendous.
He just continues to get better. It's exciting. His consistency has raised a ton, and he knows what time it is for himself and our team, and has come to work really well. And
So yeah, man. Another video. I was watching the news, and Dan Miller, he did an interview with him. Just on the during training camp, and like you said, man, everything is going. Right on track. People are raving about him. The fans been loved him. But the media, man, the media that was all over this guy. Now they coming around talking about he could be this, he could be that, but. When he first came, they didn't. They was like, oh, they was trying to force, they was trying to force a bust narrative out there. They really was for like no reason, definitely. no reason at all. But in that video, man, I will say that the most interesting thing that came out of that interview was I can't remember how, but Dan Miller brought up what clicked last year, and I think Dan Miller brought up Teddy Bridgewater. And bro, like it was the amount of love that Jamo just spewed for Teddy Bridgewater was it was kind of eye-opening to me. Like he was like, yeah, Teddy was like a big brother to me. He showed me how to be a professional. He really took me under his wing. He really got my head right, because he said he admitted that his head wasn't in the right place, but Teddy came in and just taught him what it meant to be a professional, and I guess kind of lit the fire that this coaching staff had been trying to get underneath him since he's been here. So shout out to Teddy Ball Game. I knew he came in, and I know he said that he was going to take Jamo under his wing, but it sounds like it really took hold.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna agree with you there, man. I think bringing in Teddy Bridgewater was one of the best moves that the Lions made last year. While he didn't see the field at all, not just Jamo, but a number of young players. Teddy was there. I heard a number of players last year saying that Teddy was giving them all the information that they needed. He was telling them things they never thought about, how vital he was in and taking everybody under his wing. And showing them what he needed to do and bringing all that experience that he's had over, I can't even count the number of many teams that he's been, and all that knowledge he brought to the Lions young guys last year, man. And I think it really helped them out, especially like you said, especially Jamo. You could see the difference. You could see him making that change. From last year to this year, from him becoming that young guy that was just, I'm in the NFL to the professional that he's come to be now. It's a physical, noticeable difference, and he actually looks like the professional. Now, he still got his, his playful side, but but is way more reserved and way more professional. So yeah, I shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I haven't really been giving it much thought this off season, but now that the season's coming around, and I'm just kind of like soaking it all in, and they really brought the band back together, man. And it's for a purpose. It's to win it all. And, this team got to the NFC Championship as it was last year, and they have literally brought the whole band back together, and they've added some pieces. There's still some stuff coming out of training camp. Some of the stuff from last year is rearing its head back up again. We still don't know 100% who's going to be on the opposite side of Hutch. And about a couple weeks ago, I think the Lions had like 3 kickers that were battling for competition. And now I hear that Badgley, I think, is done for the year. And the XFL kicker that they brought in, I heard he's struggling, missing kicks. And I think they got a third guy. I don't know what's up with that guy. But it is what it is. But on the flip side, like I said, they have revamped that whole secondary. And real quick before I let you talk on it, I got this little clip right here.
I was wondering, Ennis had the first pick of camp, so he had a great practice. We got a vlog today. Yeah, so that's my rookie chronicles. I've been slacking on it, but yeah, Ennis set the tone today, and they came in bunches, so we had a very productive day because of Ennis.
You got to go get one now?
Oh yeah, I gotta go get one. But they come in bunches though, so since he got it, then it's gonna come.
No, that was one of many.
One of many. Yeah.
Kind of mentioned him. He's earned it. I mean, it's clear that he's one of the best. I mean, it's just clear. And he plays with violence. He's stout. He's fundamentally better than he's ever been. And he's shown that he has some versatility between the big end and base and 3 technique. He can play some big end and sub, and nickel. And he's just earned it. I mean, and so he continues to go. He feels good. And so he's in it.
So right there was Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw. I slipped in a little clip of Hendon Hooker. They say he threw a great pass, but it wasn't a whole lot to Hendon Hooker. And then Dan Campbell talking about Levi.
Yeah, Terrion, I heard he's been doing pretty good, but I think the story of the camp has been Emmanuel Mosley, man. Everybody's like, he might be the starter. You know what I'm saying? Him and Davis might be the starters, and the rookies might have to, get in where they fit in. Like from what I hear, nobody has the it's not set in stone that who the starters are, but I think Davis and Mosley are the front runners right now, man. And along with Branch.
Yeah, man. Mosley was supposed to be the number 1 last year, so the fact that he's back and seemingly healthy, he might be a step slower than what he was when he had both his ACLs, but at the same time, he's still a vet, and he was slotted in to be the number 1 corner last year. So that's a great thing that he's not just going to relinquish that spot. So it's more depth. And you can never have too much depth in the secondary.
Yeah, definitely. I think depth is our thing right now because so I've been hearing these stories about DPJ and what I'm saying, how he's not living up to what he's supposed to have been. Even Green is doing better than Antoine Green is doing better than him right now, but I don't know if that's just his skill level or the fact that our DBs have improved so much. You know what I'm saying? He might just be having a tough time against our DBs. Like you said, I'm really interested to see what guys do when they get out there against the Giants and the steps and strides they make out there. But yeah, man, people are excelling. I'm not sure what, like you said, who is going to be on the other side of Hutch. Right now, I'm assuming it's going to be Davenport, but I heard that Houston is doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. He's out there making a couple of sacks, but our defensive line is going to be something to. They're going to be a force with DJ Reader out there. Elaine McNeil getting better and better every year. And Hutch, of course, doing what he does. Like you said, I think that only that one other side of DN is the only question mark.
Yeah, man. It's exciting, man. People always be people always be talking down on preseason football, but I get it. Back when it was 4 games, after that, definitely after the 3rd game, people was definitely done. But that first game, I don't want to watch other teams' preseason games. I get that, but if you a football fan and you get to see your own team, I don't know how you can't get excited for preseason because you might not be seeing the starters, but like you said, man, you seeing that depth. You seeing those guys that are 2nd, 3rd on the depth chart. And it's good to know because you never know when those guys going to get called up, and you feel a lot better knowing what you got, in the cupboard, opposed to, just assuming that this guy is going to be able to do something out there.
Yeah, so, man, I felt like it was different when our starters were the backup guys, you know what I'm saying? Like when we were the SOL Lions and the guys who were the 22 starting guys felt like they should have been the backup squad. Those were the guys out there. So you really didn't care who the backups on the field were. But like our backups are pretty good now. You know what I'm saying? The backups are almost as good as the starters on the field. So it's exciting to see that, okay, if a starter does go down, this guy who's almost as good as him can step in and fill that role. And you're right, it is exciting to see that. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say Thursday, I believe we're gonna get to see some Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, man, I wanted to talk about that, but what I was gonna say was actually before my situation happened that was going on, I was actually gonna try to get us some tickets so we could go down and see the practices live. I thought that was gonna be a good, you know what I'm saying, so we could get a first-hand perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying, but it didn't work out. So I am excited to see, what they're gonna do in this preseason game. As far as Hendon Hooker goes, man, I can admit, you know what I'm saying, I may have jumped the gun, you know what I'm saying. I was team Hooker all the way, and I still am, you know what I'm saying, but I want to make it clear that I never thought that I was never saying that we should take Goff out and insert Hooker in immediately, but I didn't want to extend Goff as long as they did. But you know what I'm saying, in hindsight, you know what I'm saying, maybe Hooker needs more time than I originally expected he needed. From the reports, you know what I'm saying, he's up and down, you know what I'm saying. He does have the talent that I thought he had, but in order for it to be natural, for him to make it a crisp, you know what I'm saying, for him to he needs to tighten up, everything on his on his playing skills, you know what I'm saying. Like the talent is there, but he needs to work on this. Is the sense that I'm getting.
It sounds like a Jamo part 2,
right.
Not necessarily, with Jamo, it was Jamo was a lot. It was a lot of factors in his way, but in the end of the day, it's just, a maturity issue. Not for Hooker, probably definitely not maturity in the sense of just as a person, but maturity in the sense of just football, football
right.
IQ and adapting to the NFL. He's just gotta, and especially with the Lions, man, we talked about it. They coaching staff, you gotta be on your P's and Q's if you want to see any field as a young player. They make you earn it, and the reports on Jared Goff, of course he got the contract, of course he's the starter, but on top of that, they said that the guy came in ready to go, which is funny because it's just whatever, it is what it is. But I just remember talking about preseason back with the SOL Lions. I used to get so mad that Stafford never played in the preseason, and it wasn't because I don't know. I can't remember what the excuse was. All that. But it's like just I didn't see Stafford come out hitting the ground running like everybody else did. Like I'm like, this guy should be out there. Matter of fact, what I wanted him to do, I wanted him to go out there and show what everybody was, defending him with. Like, oh, this guy's ready at any given moment. So I want to see him go out in preseason, go 6 for 6 on the drive, finish it with a touchdown, and then we'll never see him again. If he would have ever did that, I would have left him alone. But he never did that. And on the flip side, Jared Goff, I'm the complete opposite, man. Like, I'm with you. Yeah, Jared Goff don't need to go out there. Jared Goff, I know what I'm gonna get from Jared Goff. And maybe that's because Stafford was more of a, like you said, an up and down. Some days he looked like the man. Other days he looked like he ain't got it.
I think that would have helped Stafford for him to get a couple of preseason plays there. Not a whole lot, because you don't want to start to go out there and get hurt. But yeah, but as tough as Stafford was, you know what I'm saying, I think that, you know what I'm saying, he would have benefited from it, and you know what I'm saying, he would have been okay. Yeah, man, but as far as Hendon Hooker goes, I think he has that same thing. He needs to get some game time experience, some outside of practice, and I think that it will be real beneficial to see him in a game set, and instead of situations. So